What's up guys, it's Danta. Now just a bit over a week ago, Legion Remix launched, in my case Wednesday since I'm in the EU. But ever since then I've been playing it a lot. I geared up my character to 740 item level, which is the highest you can go, got 180% verse, and can basically solo plus 30s right now. Now since I basically have done all there is to do for now, besides maybe finish a few more quests, I figured it'd be a good time to make a video for you guys where I just give you some leveling and gearing tips and maybe explain a few things that I still see people ask about. Now I thought about doing this whenever Legion Remix just launched, but I don't want to be a 600 item level Andy telling you what to do. Plus, knowing Blizzard, things might be broken or get changed in the first week. So that's why I decided to wait. Anyway, let's just get to it. If you are not sure what class to play, just pick whatever the hell you find fun. As someone who already has 110 level 80s, I just made a monk again because I did that back in Mob Remix too. Touch of Death was just really fun with a lot of HP. Plus, now we also have the Celestial Conduit ability, which makes me do some crazy burst damage. It's insane. Now I know that there is this tank meta going on right now, but I will be real with you, I can solo plus 30s, and I really don't care what gets in my party up to that level. And hey, there are a lot more people like me that can also solo things and don't care if you are a tank or not. Now if you want to push plus 40s, then yeah, DPSs and healers just can't really survive there without a lot of verse. But yeah, like I said, just choose what you think is fun to play. Eventually everyone will be able to solo plus 30s, maybe even plus 40s, so don't worry about it if you've picked a class that can tank or not. So one of the things that a lot of people are asking in general chat, Reddit, YouTube, etc. is when should I go and activate Heroic World Mode? For those that don't know, you can activate Heroic Mode at the console next to Eternus. Now, it depends. Up to level 70, I'd say if you are a tank, do it immediately after getting your artifact weapon. If you are a DPS, or for some reason leveling as a healer, I'd also say just do it immediately and pull slowly. The reason why is because everything on heroic mode simply gives more rewards. So way more XP and way more power for your artifact weapon. When you reach level 70, it's going to hurt a lot playing on heroic mode, because scaling goes crazy after that. So from level 70 to around 74 or 75, I think you are better off doing instanced content if you are not a tank. So LFR, maybe normal raids if you haven't done those yet, or just spam dungeons. You will most likely have people in your group that are geared and will basically carry your ass. Now some people still don't understand how infinite knowledge works, so let me explain it simply. When you look through the remix achievements, you will see some that reward knowledge points. These increase the amount of infinite power you gain from anything in the game. So, the more knowledge points you have, the more infinite power you get. For example, if you only have one knowledge point and I have 26, when we kill the same raid boss, I might get 7k infinite power, while you only get 1k. It's that simple. So try to get all of the knowledge points currently available. I will have a list in the description with all of the ones that you can get right now. If you are watching this later during phase 2 or 3, there will be more to collect. Now I had a lot of fun leveling my first character in Legion Remix, especially because of that heroic world mode option. It basically powers up the entire open world, makes things a bit harder but way more rewarding. When you are going to level up your first character, you want to decide if you are going on heroic mode right away or not. Like I said before, I'd definitely recommend doing it. It's just way more fun and rewarding. But if you don't like it, you could also just stick to normal mode. Now after completing the main story for each zone, you will get a 10% account-wide XP buff. So if you plan to level alts, just focus on questing, doing Eternus' dailies. Now don't worry, the amount of research tasks you can take will reset when you hit max level. If you are only going to focus on questing, it will probably take you around 8 to 10 hours for your first level 80. At level 70, you will get a 250% XP buff. It's not account-wide, but it really speeds up leveling from level 70 to 80. Now, if you don't care about leveling alts and just want to reach level 80 as fast as possible on your main, then you could just quest around while queuing for LFR Emerald Nightmare when you are level 20 and Trial of Valor at level 25. Maybe even do normal raid versions as well. You get a lot of XP from killing raid bosses, so it's definitely worth doing, especially if you combine it with the raid dailies from Eternus. Well, this is very easy. We don't want survivability at max level. That cool looking arcane shield won't do anything when you get one shot for more than your HP. While leveling, sure, you can pick whatever defensive option that you want, but at max level, you should go for Terror from Below, Touch of Malice, and Volatile Magics. Combine that with the Fel tree in your artifact weapon, and you'll be doing a lot of damage. Now, if you are a caster, make sure to have at least one piece, neck ring or trinket that gives you movement while casting, like Storm Surger or Brewing Storm. Now let's say you find a 740 defensive necklace, but are still wearing a 695 neck. With Malice, your 695 will still be better than your 740 defensive necklace. These jewelry slots only provide a bit more HP. That's all, so just keep that in mind. So, when you hit level 80, first off, congrats. Now, the first thing that you want to do now is gear up so that you can actually survive in Heroic World Mode. You can do that while also collecting the knowledge points that I mentioned before. Since you get one knowledge point per zone in which you've completed all of the quests, you will want to start questing. While you are questing, you will get chests that reward you with gear, bronze, infinite power, and at level 80, motes. 10 of those modes can be combined to get a gear piece. Don't use them yet. Wait until you are around 584 item level, which you will easily reach from the gear that you get in the chests. Once you are 584 item level, go back to the bazaar and talk to Eternus. He will offer you dailies that reward gear and artifact power. After talking to Eternus, you can go to Khadgar and complete the quest Uniting the Isles, which gives you world quests. Now at first, after hitting 584 item level, I focused on Eternus' dailies, queued for all LFRs, ran some normal raids, did some dungeons, and kinda neglected questing, so I fell a bit behind on infinite knowledge. But if you care about gear, raids and dungeons are the fastest early on. Once I could handle questing in heroic mode without getting 4-shot, I finished all the quests in High Mountain and Stormheim, which gave me a ton of modes and gear. I'm almost done with Suramar too, but I skipped it for a week because Suramar was just a complete lag fest. Now at around 610 item level, I started getting invited to heroic raids, and around 620 I got into mythic raids. After that it's basically the same. Complete Eternus' dailies, quest for modes, collect knowledge points, do world quests, spam dungeons and raids. At around 710 item level, you can also start doing Mythic Plus for modes and fragmented mementos. You can convert 100 of those into a big chunk of infinite power. Now by the time Argus comes out, you will have so many ways to get gear. I wouldn't be surprised if we can hit 740 item level just by questing. Now besides doing your daily heroic and mythic raids, the fastest way to get gear is by far running Archway over and over on Mythic plus 2 to 8. The reason why is because it can give you somewhere between 15 to 20 modes per clear, and this dungeon can be cleared in about 2 minutes. So per run, it's basically one guaranteed piece of gear. Now this might get nerfed since Blizzard for some reason likes to nerf things in Remix, so make use of it while you can. Now there might be a faster way of obtaining gear in the later phases, but for now, this is by far the best method if you are able to run Mythic Plus. If you can't do Mythic Plus yet, you can spam normal or heroic dungeons, since you will get somewhere between 5 to 8 modes per run. Now just for those wondering, when you transfer your character to the War Within, you will not be 740 item level. It will be reduced to whatever garbage item level you get after buying a level 80 boost. So lots of people have been wondering what the best way to farm infinite power is right now, especially after the nerfs to elites and certain other farms. Right now, the best way to farm infinite power is by running high Archway keys, so somewhere between plus 20 to plus 30. Like I said before, it's a dungeon that can be completed really fast, around 2 minutes, and while it awards a good amount of modes, it also rewards a lot of mementos. especially on these higher levels. Basically, if you run 2 to 3 arcways at that level, you will have enough mementos to combine into a lot of infinite power. Now there are still open world farms as well, like the Murloc farm in High Mountain, the Suramar farm, and some people still farm elites, even after they've been nerfed. But so far, nothing comes even close to spamming Arcway. There will probably be another farm once we can go to the Broken Shore or Argus, but man, that will probably get nerfed too. As a lot of you know, I love leveling alts. I've got 110 level 80s right now, and yeah, I'm still making more here in Remix. One important thing to keep in mind is that the account-wide XP only applies once you've obtained your first artifact weapon, so make sure you do that first on your alt. Since I wanted to see how fast you could level up an alt now, compared to how fast it went in Mob Remix, I tried boosting my character on my second account through normal and heroic dungeons. I only got over half of a level at the end of it, with 160% XP gain. So that kinda sucked. I think it's because the dungeon completion XP is just so low that you basically only get a decent amount of XP from killing the mobs and not completing the dungeon. So yeah, I don't think that boosting through dungeons is the way to go now. Instead of spamming dungeons, I then tried inviting my character into a mob farming group. This sucked as well, because your XP gets reduced depending on the amount of people killing the same mob. So honestly, I just quested and did Eternus' dailies up to level 25, which went super fast, like around 2 quests per level in heroic mode. Now when I was around level 25, I ran normal Emerald Nightmare and Trial of Valor. Each boss basically gives a full level. You can also kill these bosses on LFR and reach level 70 really fast. At level 70, you get that 250% XP buff, which makes getting to level 80 super fast later when we reach 400% account-wide XP. Some people already have it, which is crazy, but whenever you reach it, maybe mob farms or Broken Shore / Argus content will be faster to level up. But for now, questing and killing raid bosses seems to be the best for leveling alts. Anyway guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you are having as much fun as I am. It's been awesome going through Legion again and getting that real feeling of how WoW's story and characters used to be. You know what I mean? It's crazy how different the story and the characters have felt since, like, Shadowlands. But yeah, that might be something for another video. Now, if this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions, just let me know in the comment section below. Now, as always, thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.